guys, I'm Dr. Heath Travis. I'm a chiropractor at Travis Chiropractic in Tulsa, Oklahoma at 101st and Riverside. And today I want to talk about one of the biggest things that we see in our office as to causing problems, and it's posture. Now, you can go back to when you were a young person and you had your parents or your grandparents telling you how important posture is and to set up straight and to do these things. And when we're young, we think about it just in terms of, okay, we'll try to make that person happy. As we start to age and things start to happen in life and other stressors start to show up, it really becomes really important to have that really good posture. So today, really what I want to talk about is simply posture during your day, at work, at school, activity-wise, and then also posturing, a little bit of posturing at sleep. We spend a third of our life sleeping and another third of our day working, usually in the same environment. So these are two really important places where we need to make sure that we're taking care of our spines. Almost every problem that we see in our office outside of just traumatic injury like slips and falls and car accidents, many of the other problems have a posture basis to them. So if you're at work, let's say you're at a computer, you're sitting in a chair and your monitor's too low and your keyboard's in an odd position and your chair is positioned in a manner that, is comfortable, but it's not good, that can develop into a lot of problems. The first thing we see is people looking down at their monitor all day long. This head starts to roll forward, the shoulders start to roll forward, and we start to fatigue all these muscles up around the shoulder blades and into the lower neck. Well, as those fatigue, everything continues to roll. We start to get a lot of pressure on these nerves, and that starts to lead to a lot of long-term issues. It's not something you're going to notice early on, or even on a day-to-day basis, but as it continues and builds more and more momentum over time, it starts to lead to a lot of different problems. See a lot of degeneration and a lot of pinching and compressed nerves simply from poor posture at work. So it's always something that we like to do is talk about ergonomics at your workstation, even being able to work you through step by step on what do we need to do. Raise the monitor, put the keyboard in a different position, get a better chair that pulls us upright, even our feet positioning where we sit. Or you may not have an office job, you may not be at a computer all day. You may be out doing different kinds of work, and every one of those has important features to it as to the activity that you do and how you position your body. There's leverage involved on where your arms are if you're lifting versus where your spine is positioned. You may be a healthcare provider and are helping people up with weight, moving patients. All of these things play a huge role in how your spine functions. And so we really like to talk to people about their day-to-day activities and what do we need to do to put you in the optimum position so that you do not damage your spine or cause yourself even injuries, momentarily, that you have to take off work or you have to do something that you don't want to do. We try to get you in the best position so that you can stay healthy and continue to function at the best level possible. Now, the other big place that we spend most of our time is in the sleep position. And there's a million different things that we can really get into with sleeping. We can get into different types of mattresses and how important those are. And that's probably its whole other video on itself. But really, sleep position. And there's really two acceptable sleep positions. Number one, probably the best position for sleeping, is on your back. You need a really good supportive pillow to support that cervical curve in your spine. And then you're going to place a pillow under your knees to help move the pelvis and take the pressure off of that lower lumbar spine. When you can learn to sleep in this position, you're taking all those different stressors off of the spine, which keep you healthy. Because when we start to get into a position where we're doing the same bad sleeping posture every night, the body has memory. And as you're spending 8 hours, hopefully, a day in that same position over and over again, if it's a poor position, you're going to start to develop poor habits and you're going to start to see those in your everyday life. Whereas if you're in an optimal position, you're going to develop very good habits and your spine is going to support you like it needs to. The other really great position or acceptable position is side sleeping. We're on our side, we're laying down. Now there, the key is we have a good supportive pillow that keeps our head straight, or we're not too far one way or too far the other. Keep the shoulders nice and stress-free. And then on this position, we're going to place a pillow between our legs because we want to keep our pelvis level and not rocked one way or the other. So good rule of thumb is to get a pillow thick enough that'll bring your legs straight out and your pelvis level versus you having to lean to one side or the other. And that brings up the other sleeping position, which is stomach sleeping, which is not acceptable at any time. It puts a ton of stress on your neck, on your spine, and it's just something that is guaranteed to lead to problems in one way or another. So if you have more questions about ergonomics specifically with your workstation or your job, or how do I do this, or how do I do this, or hey, how do I get into a better sleeping position? How do I train myself for that? Or you simply want to ask some questions about mattresses, it's something we love to get into as well. Dr. Keith Travis, Travis Chiropractic, 101st and Riverside, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 918-296-7587, and we'll see you soon.